Okay, let's see how this works. We'll be trying to video the gauges. They're hard to see during the day for the camera, so we'll see how they do at night. We're going to set it up so that we're going to show amps. Well, there we go. On the Curtis instrument, and we're going to show voltage on the JLD for starters, and then we'll switch it around. So, well, let's go. Get away from these idiots. Okay, so we're going to be heading north on Interstate 5. Shasta County. And we're going to be gaining elevation of almost 600 feet altogether, but it's going to be a little up and down along the way. Well, the nutcases are out tonight. Man. So anyway, we're going to show you what kind of motor draw we have and kind of voltage drop and so forth when accelerating onto Interstate 5. We're going to be going around this cloverleaf here. So this is third gear. It's kind of tight, limits the speed. On the throttle, fourth gear, 70, 75. So there you have it. Accelerating up to 75 miles an hour. Now let's switch this around. We'll go to the volts there. We'll follow our amps there. So that's what I'm pulling at the moment. We're going to maintain 75 miles an hour. And based on traffic flow and the terrain, we're going to vary on the amps, as you'll notice. But I'll try to keep the speed fairly constant. And people are still passing me. I'll pass some, but most people are going even faster. And the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. So I'm running about 76, 77. Cruising in the left-hand lane on the interstate, 75 miles an hour. 75 miles an hour. Terrain in this area right here. It's not level, but it's not as steep as some of the grades that we'll have. And I'll point those out as we start to pull them. You'll see them on the gauge. Right now we're starting to drop down a little bit. My speed has picked up. I'm backing off the throttle slightly, but we're running about 77. We're back down to 75. The camera's kind of blocking my view of the amp gauge, which I normally kind of keep an eye on driving, so that I drive a little more efficient. Around town I don't look at it, but on the freeway I kind of keep an eye on it. Doing about 78 now, and now we're starting to pull a slight hill here. Not too bad a one, but it gets steeper as we go here. Speed 77 miles an hour, 75. And that's about what we'll top out at on the amp draw there. And we're starting to top out on the hill, picking up speed, backing off on the throttle. Just below 200 amps, I'll be losing speed. I'll lose about 5 miles an hour overall. Now we're heading down a little bit. You can see the voltage of the pack stays pretty steady. These are 100 ampere hour cells. Calb cells. 2,200 pounds. A little breezier now. And with this AC51 and this 500 amp controller, it actually does pretty good. She pulls at 80. She's still pulling really well. The thing that gets you the most are the hills, and it'll pull it. You're just gonna suck a lot more amps. So I try to drive conservatively on the open road. We're actually pulling a slight grade. You can tell the wind is picked up. There's trucks all over the road. Going to a slight little dip here. And we'll start the last long grade. And towards the end, it's about 4.5–5%. So there you have it. About a 20-mile freeway run. Some up and down. We got a lot of crazies out tonight. What's going on? So there you got to see what the normal draw is for me. Draw a little bit less going the other direction because I'm actually losing that 580 feet of elevation. So overall it's a little more efficient to head south at this point than it is to go north. So anyway, for those who wanted to see the gauges, there you have it. Hopefully they turned out, the video turns out all right. It's kind of a hard one to get in the lighting.